How y'all feeling today? I'm feeling bad and bougie. And I'm gonna give you guys this story time today about the time that I was rejected by guys twice. Yes, they rejected me. I'm just gonna get right into this video. So, the first dude that rejected me, we're gonna call him Corey, okay? We're gonna call him Corey, and I met Corey at Nuke's. I don't know if y'all know what Nuke's is. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what Nuke's is. It's a sandwich deli. One day I went into Nuke's with my grandmother, and when we walked in there, he worked there. He actually works at Nuke's. So we walk into Nuke's or whatever, and somehow, some way, my grandmother knows him. My grandma knows everybody. She literally knows everybody. She talks to everybody. So, you know, my grandmother sees him and she's all like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he was all like, "Hey, you know, I'm fine. And how are you? I haven't seen you in so long." So they're talking and stuff. Meanwhile, I'm looking, I'm like, he is fine. I'm looking at my grandma like, "Give me the hookup." Give me the hookup. They're talking and stuff. I'm just standing there on my phone, not doing anything on my phone, but trying to make it seem as if I'm doing something. She's like, "You know, meet my granddaughter. You guys about the same age." I instantly look up because I'm like, my nigga. Granny had my back. Granny was thinking what I was thinking. Like, we was on the same page. She was finna hook us sister up. Like, I'm looking at grandma like, "You came through for a pimp." He looks me up and down, and I was looking real good that day, honey. Like, I was so glad I didn't dress like a bum that day, because it was the perfect day for me to walk into Nuke's, because I was looking like a snock. Me and him hugged and stuff, and he was like, what did he say? He was like, "Hey, nice to meet you." And I was like, "Hey, nice to meet you too," and stuff. I'm acting all shy and stuff. You know, he's still looking me up and down. You know, I could see him looking me up and down, but I'm making it seem like I'm just like unbothered. So I'm just, you know, I'm just sitting there, you know, like he's just any other dude. But on the inside, I'm like, Lord, you wrong for making somebody so fine. I mean, he was a chocolate thing. Looked like he worked out. Me and my grandma, we sit down or whatever. He sits us down, and me and my grandma, we eat and stuff, and then it's time for us to go. So I'm like, oh, now I can't just, you know, be staring at him, because now it's time for us to go. We get up and we're leaving. I'm kind of bummed because I want him to make a move on me, and I usually don't make moves on guys. Like, when I tell y'all I do not make the first move on guys, I don't make the first move. So we're leaving. I'm just like, dog, I probably ain't gonna never see this dude another day in my life. I've never seen him before. Finally seen him, and probably won't ever see him again. So we walk out the door, I get in the truck, and my grandma was like, "Why you didn't get his number, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Grandma, if he liked me, he would have got my number." And she was like, "Girl, go get that boy number." So some in me just, I think that was just, that she just gave me that extra push to just go for it. So I instantly jump out the truck, run back in the building, and I'm looking for him, you know. And so his workers, I think they knew that I was looking for him. So they came up to me and they was like, "You looking for Corey?" And I was like, I felt embarrassed because I had been caught, you know, running back up in there to see this boy. So I was like, "Yeah." And then they was like, "Oh, he's in the kitchen right now." And it was like, "You want me to just tell him something?" And I was like, "I was just gonna give him my number." And they was like, "Just write it down in this receipt and stuff." So they here and got a receipt. I wrote my number on the back of it. It was two girls. The two girls was like, "We'll give it to him," and they started smiling. I kind of felt uncomfortable because I was thinking to myself, these females probably throw my doggone number in the garbage. But they ended up giving it to him. So I got home or whatever, and I'm just sitting here waiting on his text. I'm just sitting there. I'm just constantly looking at my phone. Every text that came through, I'm thinking it's him. I'm getting excited. It was never him. So I'm like, oh, maybe he's not interested. Maybe he already got a girlfriend or something. Like, I don't even know why I made the first move. So I'm kind of bummed by this point. The next morning rolls around, and I get a text from an unknown number. So it's all like, "Hey, this Corey. Sorry I didn't text you last night. I had to close and I was really tired." And you know, I was just excited. I was like, so I waited like a minute or two, so I went and instantly text back fast, and he'd be like, "Dang." So I text back, I was like, oh, it's cool. You know, it's no biggie. I understand how it feels to close, you know, all this other bullcrap. We're conversing, and I think the first red flag was that he was dry. I feel like I was the one asking all the questions, trying to get to know him. You know, he was answering the questions, but and he'll be like, you know, I'd be like, what's your favorite color? He'll be like, oh, my favorite color is blue. What about you? And I said, my favorite color. I'd be like, oh, so, you know, what's your biggest fear? He'll say something like, oh, my biggest fear is bugs. And then he'd be like, what about you? Then I'd be like, oh, mine is so-and-so, so-and-so. So I just feel like I was asking all the questions, and he was just answering the questions and then saying, what about you? He wasn't even trying to think of any questions to ask me. So that's what really bothered me. But of course, I was so interested in him, I didn't let, at the time, it didn't get to me. But now that I think on it, that was the first red flag, that I should have just left him where he was at. We're still texting and stuff, and he took so long to reply, y'all. I love fast texters, and he was texting so slow, like hours later, and I was just confused. I'm just like, are you not interested in me? Like, I'm confused. Like, come on, tell me something. Don't just leave me hanging. So I finally was like, forget this. I'm finna text him and try to see what's up. I asked him a question, and I was like, are you even feeling me? I honestly feel like you're not feeling me, because you're barely participating in conversation and you're replying back super slow. So I'm confused. And then he was all like, honestly, I just want to focus on football. I'm not worried about a relationship or talking to anybody at this point. Like, he just could have told me that. I don't understand why is it so hard to just be straightforward with a person. Just say, look, this is what it is. This is what it ain't. You know, I like you, but, oh, I'm still stuck on my ex. I like you, but, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. Like, tell me what's up. Don't sit here and just have me thinking I got a chance with you when I really don't. On to the next guy that rejected me. But him, okay, so him, I don't really have any negative feelings to the next guy that rejected me, because I was very understanding of his situation. He actually had a valid reason on why he rejected me. We're going to call him Chemistry. His name is going to be Chemistry, because I took chemistry with him, and ain't nobody going to know who I'm talking about, because the only person that'll know is my girl Kiki. Girl, if you watching this, what's up, so? Kiki got something to do with this story with the next guy. I met Chemistry in chemistry, of course. And that whole semester, I've always had a crush on Chemistry. Like, I would, every time, like, he presented something or was talking, like, he had my undivided attention. And I knew he was feeling me, too. I know he was feeling me, because he would laugh at my jokes. Yeah, I know I'm a class clown. You know, I like to crack jokes, because I'm kind of funny. He would laugh at my jokes and stuff, and, like, constantly, like, if I'm talking to somebody or I'm laughing or something, he'll look at me and smirk. So I know he was feeling the kid. You can't tell me he wasn't feeling the kid, because I know he was feeling the kid. Trust me, he feeling the kid. And he be watching all my snaps, y'all. I don't make the first move on guys at all. So he was the second guy I ever made a move on, and he's gonna be the last guy. After him and Corey, I'm not making a move on a guy at all. I'm not shooting my shot first. I'm not doing that, none of that anymore. So Chemistry was coming to an end. Like, the semester was wrapping up. I knew I didn't have that much time in that class with him. I wasn't gonna see his fine self every day like I was. So I was just like, no, I was talking to my girl Kiki. Me and Kiki took this class together too. I know she gonna watch this. So me and my girl Kiki, we know we used to always talk about him in the classroom, because she knew I had a big crush on him. And like, I used to always like say stuff about him. He would get up to present, she'll look back, because she sat in front of me. She'll look back at me like, and I just be like, because I used to be so shy. He was like, girl, go ahead and make your move on Chemistry. You know, we'll be out of this class before you know it. And I was like, I don't know, Kiki. And Kiki was all like, girl, stop being scared. I was like, can you do it for me? Could you talk to him and, you know, see if he got a girlfriend or something? So she was like, I got you, I got you. So we was on our way to lunch, and Kiki had ran up there to Chemistry, and she was like, I stayed all the way at the back. She asked Chemistry, did he have a girlfriend? And Chemistry was like, why? And then she was like, I have a friend that wants to talk to you. I think he knew it was me, because me and Kiki was like this. Like, we always talked in the classroom, so I'm pretty sure he knew it was me. And she was like, I got a friend that want to talk to you. And then he was like, oh, well, I got a girlfriend. And then she was like, oh, okay. And then she ran back there to me. And then she was like, girl, I'm sorry to tell you this, but that boy got a girlfriend. Y'all, that broke my heart. Fast forward. Next school year rolls around, which is this school year that's going on right now. This school year rolls around, your girl looking hot. One day around Halloween time, my school had this thing called trunk or treat. Basically, it's where, you know, we give out candy to the little kids and stuff. So I was there doing volunteer work, and he was also there doing volunteer work, passing out the candy to the kids. So once trunk or treat was almost over and stuff, I went, you know, to the different, you know, stations, give me some candy too, like a big kid. I was gonna pass his station because I told y'all, like, I'm really shy around guys. I don't know what it is. I'm very outgoing and like outspoken, but I'm very shy around guys that like I'm interested in. So I was initially gonna pass his station because I didn't want to like make eye contact and stuff with him. But as I was about to pass his station, he like tapped me. I was like, he was like, you want some candy? On the inside, I'm like, of course I want some candy. Like, give me some candy. Yes, you give me your candy. I want your candy. Just your candy, okay? But on the outside, I was like, I was like, I'm fine. Thank you, though. And then he was like, all right. And I was, oh, my God. He's so funny. You know, the night was wrapping up, and I was with my friends, and I was talking to them and stuff like that. And I told them what happened and stuff. And they was all like, girl, I heard he's single now anyway. You know, I heard he don't go with that girl no more. I'm like, say less. So I get home, I'm feeling real bold, like I feel like I gotta go in for the kill now. So I snapped him, and I was like, I said some corny stuff, y'all. I was so corny for this. I was like, if I shoot my shot with you, will I airball or will I be nothing but net? You know, like airball, like don't hit it at all, and then shoot it, you know, when it go in and it go in the net. Yeah, I was so corny. And he replied with, you are a real pretty girl, don't get me wrong, but you used to talk to one of my teammates, so I can't talk to you. And the thing is, the teammate that he was talking about is somebody that wasn't even worth me talking to, like somebody that wasted my time, and it's just a F-boy to the fullest. So I'm just so upset that I wasted my time with him when I could have had chemistry. I was just like, oh, I understand. And he was like, we could be friends though. Do it like I want to be your friend. I don't want to be your friend. I want to be your bae, your boo, your girlfriend. He let me down easily, and I couldn't do nothing but respect that. I mean, it's bro code, and guys really live by the bro code. And that was the second time I got rejected. That'll be the last time, because I'm not shooting my shot with another guy. I hope you enjoyed this story time of the time I was rejected, not once, but twice. Don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn on my notifications so that you will never miss any of my new and upcoming videos. I love you guys as always, and don't ever forget to be true, be beautiful, be you, and don't ever let these haters get to you. Don't forget to follow my social medias that will be linked down below. I'll see you guys in my next video.